Baby à? Này hello đi, hello.
Hello. Yêu chơi ba chơi gì không mà?
Ừ.
Bị ba, bị ba.
Baby hello nào baby. Eso. Nè, ở đây nè, giống đây nè.
Professor, BFF. Basically, I'll be the guy that monopolizes this conversation for about the next half hour. We got some safety rules, they're real easy, but they're important. No standing, no hanging over the sides, and no smoking. That's it. Don't fall in, don't set me on fire. That's really all I'm looking for here. This is a lot of paperwork. Don't try to grab anything outside this boat. That's a good way to get the nickname Lefty. You understand what I'm saying? Keep everything you care about inside the blue rail and watch your stuff. You are not going to fall in. That has never happened. We have never lost anyone overboard. Even if you were to fall in, you can see us. Like 3 feet deep. And I have life jackets on board. That's why you can't sit up across the bow up there. Coast Guard requires us to have life jackets, and I don't make fun of that. I'm glad they're there. I do not have a life jacket for your camera, for your phone, for your glasses. So that doesn't come up a whole lot, but when it does, it's awkward. So please watch your stuff, and stuff falls in, and you're looking at me, and I'm looking at you, and then you realize I'm not stopping. So hold on to your stuff. If you didn't know what you just got yourself into, for lack of a better term, this is like a floating history class. We're going to start off with a magic trick. Kind of easy, you know this. If you look way up in the sky here off our left, way up, you'll see my 20-story tall flat wall just balancing on the river. You gotta look way up to see it. Pretty neat, right? I've been looking up at that building for over a decade, and it looks like a flat wall every time I look up there. It's actually a hospice. Hospitals in the U.S. and we're still open. Y'all know Carol Bernandez from San Antonio? She was born in that hospital. Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, Semper Fi, born right there at the base. Now straight in front of us and above us is the Hyatt Regency, and they built this building for the Hyatt in 1981. But when they designed this building, they had to make sure it would never cast a shadow on the Alamo. And that's true for all of downtown. You are not allowed to build a building in downtown San Antonio, 7th largest city in the United States, that will cast a shadow on the Alamo. That's how important it is to us. The reason they made a big deal is it's commercial here at the bottom. Restaurants,
Hello đi.
shops right there. But the top of it's apartments. They got people living right on the river. That's pretty neat.
Thank you.
I don't know. I've had coworkers live up in there, so it can't be that bad. This right here, this is the heart of the Riverwalk, man. This here is what you expected to see, right? Even if you've never been here before. Restaurants, people sitting right on a river and shops and that sort of thing. This is what we're all about. But let me tell you something. And look at it here, it's hard to believe, but you couldn't pay a business
Bahaya, bahaya, bahaya,
this
bahaya.
Riverwalk for decades. Did you know that? The Riverwalk has been here since 1941. The original Riverwalk was a WPA project. Works Project Administration built the Riverwalk, and they did a beautiful job building it, but nobody cared. It just sat here. Buildings that were here when they built the Riverwalk, they didn't even bother putting doors coming out this way, because who's going to use them? That's how confident people were that this would flood, that this would fail. Nobody thought this Riverwalk was a good idea. Well, that's not true. One guy thought this Riverwalk was a great idea, because it was his idea. This Riverwalk, the original Riverwalk, came out of the brain of a 25-year-old local architect by the name of Robert Hugman. His name is up on this little rounded balcony here off our right-hand side, because after the WPA brought his vision to life and no one would take a chance on it, he took that personally. So in 1941, he put his office right here on the Riverwalk to prove all the sissies wrong, right? He was the first one to open it, to put the front of his business. They're still doing it right here. Casa Rio Mexican restaurant. This family opened up above us on Commerce Street in 1946. They were the first ones to sneak down here, put a couple of tables on the river. First ones to do this, first ones to do this. First ones to put a boat in the water and start giving people boat rides like we're doing right now. Now that seems obvious, but they were thought of as fools. Right? When they did it, everyone else thought they were crazy. Right? These guys were country when country wasn't cool. Right? The Riverwalk is only successful and popular and obvious because of the ones that did it. Now to make this turn, we're coming right off the side of the river. And I shouldn't take that for granted because I know some people don't realize this. But the majority of what's out here and what we just turned off of, that's real river. That's thousands of years old. Real river. It's always been here. We didn't put it in downtown. We built our town around this river. The San Antonio River starts about 5 miles north of downtown. It comes up from underground. That spring is on the campus of the university in Carnarvon. And it runs through downtown. It goes out of town, across 130 miles to the Gulf of Mexico. It is the reason we live here. Now this part here that we just turned on to, this is man-made. This was dug out and built in the 60s, getting ready for the 1968 Hemisphere. Y'all know what a World's Fair is. We inhabit one. We call it the Hemisphere. Hemisphere was the event that redefined the Riverwalk. You understand something? This Riverwalk was not built to be a tourist attraction. It was built, by definition, it still is a city park. That's really all it was ever meant to be. Hemisphere in 68, they all left, and it all went back downhill for a while. But that was the event that showed us what we could do here, and that's what got us to today. Now, we started out on Natural River, and we're here on this man-made extension, but if I hadn't have told you there was a difference, you can't tell the difference by looking at it, right? You know who really can't tell the difference? The fish, and the turtles, and the snakes, and the crawfish, and the egret, and the heron, and the possum, and the squirrel. All kinds of wildlife out here, and plant life for that matter. They don't get to vote on this stuff. So even more important than boat rides and giant margaritas is the health and welfare of this river. San Antonio Department of Downtown Operations are out here every day, keeping this area healthy and clean for the wildlife and plant life, but everybody plays their part. This boat you're riding on, it's the Tower of the Americas. Our tower is 622 feet tall. That makes it number 2. The second tallest freestanding observation tower in the United States. Number 1 is in Las Vegas. The stratosphere is a lot taller. Number 3 is in Seattle, Space Needle, just barely showing. Now you can go up to the very top of our tower, the observation level, and you can see everything because you're 600 feet up in the sky. Right underneath it, there's a restaurant up in there, the Chart House restaurant, and it revolves around the tower. So if you go up there and have lunch or dinner, you'll see the whole city without leaving your table. That's not a bad way to do it. This here is our convention center, Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. This is why we built the extension, so the Riverwalk would come through here for Hemisphere. One of my favorite things on this whole boat ride is over here on the left and up above us. That giant mosaic up there, that is called the Confluence of Civilizations. That was a gift from Mexico for the World's Fair. It was done by the artist Juan O'Gorman. Now that's all mosaic tile, but even more than that, the darkest shade of blue up there, the very darkest blue up there is the only paint. Every other bit of that is natural colored stones, collected from all over the world cut down into small tiles, placed on bigger tiles, and then placed up there for hemisphere. Painstaking work. It's that's part of it. Our biggest party of the year is in April, and it started out as one parade, which was the Battle of Flowers parade, absolutely. But it has grown into this juggernaut. It's like 10 days long and 30 different events and maybe 13 parades. Among those parades, we have the largest night parade in the country, the Flambeau Parade. And so it started out as that one parade, Battle of Flowers, which was to commemorate the defenders of the owl. But it's become our biggest part of the year. And we all can't wait until it starts, and then we all can't wait until it ends. So yeah, one of these years, right, come out and see it. That's another thing. Don't come see us the same time every year. Come see us at different times of year and be part of all these different parties. But April, usually it's the last. It's not always the same every year. You can look it up on the internet, but it's usually like the last 2 weeks in April. And Fiesta's a good time, my friends. You gotta make sure your gym membership is paid up, right? Because you're gonna have all kinds of food on a stick. Then when you go back, you gotta hit some double sessions. You gotta work that off. Fiesta's the last. This here all around us is a River Center Mall. We have 9 or 10 malls here in San Antonio, and this is one of them. So they actually dug this little part of the extension out so the Riverwalk would come in through here. On the inside, it's all shopping mall. On the outside, it's Riverwalk stuff. You got shops and restaurants, and you got this. Let's get the band right here. Andy and Fusion.
lumps I taste.
Yêu sần tăng thang.
Keep right. Interstate 45 southbound.
Bà có lô nào? Bà có lô nào?
Lon nè 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 nè.
Bà có lô nào?
Cái gì?
Bà có lô nào? Bà có lô. Bà đâu có lô. Ali. Cái từ giấy đi ra cái từ giấy đi.
Rồi, coi cụ cứu rồi.
Mình thấy ra thấy.
Rồi ở cái hộp này chưa có. Không được.
Hả có phải.
Thôi 12 nữa quá. Hả có. Rồi đây hả có lên.
Để có đi.
Để coi ra thêm không được.
Để có hết là.
Để không được.
Để có hết là bà. Để có để về.
Không được rồi đấy. Lại đi tắm đi hả. Xếp lên cái này thôi.
Để có hết là đúng không?
Để đi.
Và sao?
Người biết hello nào biết.
Nó là ba chữ ở ly thôi. Ba chữ ở ly. Mẹ cho ba chữ ở ly. Ba chữ ở ly đi.
You use all the brand name.
Rồi, rồi.
Thôi sắp tới rồi.
You have reached your destination on your right.
Đi bà. Ba chữ gì?
Đi vào.
Đó bà coi cho con chạy xe con thích không? Hả?
Mà câu hỏi kìa, nó chưa chơi, cho về cho em bé chơi. Mà câu hỏi kìa.
Đây.
Thích không con chưa lái chứ?
Dạ thích, dạ thích.
Đẹp trai á mà lớn đẹp trai chứ không? Có kêu rồi. Nó đây 11 giờ, tiết kiệm không? Đặc biệt là nhỏ bên đây. Vậy thì nó ngồi đi các bạn. Không muốn ăn giá trụng hay là giá xong.
Turn left, then turn left, Bel Air Boulevard.
Bây giờ so chỉ nó nằm ở hướng nào?
Đây. Con muốn ở đây luôn không? Ở đâu vậy?
Mẹ.
Đi lên, đi lên. Thôi, mình chung như hơn đáng chơi. Bị biết, hả cáo cái này chút khóc rồi á. Ý tần, ý phong cái hốc.
Ok, vậy là chừng nào sao thằng sợi nó biết cái thằng sao không có biết cái mã của ông nằm ở hướng nào phải không? Nhưng mà thằng ok rồi chừng nào sắp tới nó gọi qua nghe. Ok, rồi bye. Tao nói cách bây giờ mày về lại đó là dễ dữ lắm nhưng mà có cái là
Hả cứ đụng đến nè baby.
Cái gì vậy?
You do it first nè. Cái cầm đấy. Coi lời ở hầm má mày coi.
Mẹ này cô.
Cái khí cái nào hả cái táo gì?
Con má anh đĩa.
Rồi con má quá trời hả có con đói nè.
Lại con má.
Là hả cái đói gì hả baby à?
Chỗ nào? Mẹ, con má lơ.
You turn quiet, okay?
Con má mấy phút nữa gỡ lơ.
Chút xíu nữa lên.
Ba, cái có lạnh. Ba,
Chút
cái
xíu
lạnh.
nữa nè.
Cái lạnh lá trời.
Lại lên. Bỏ xuống này ngập nha. Lại lên. Rồi má mì làm.